as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here's the heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. UMass will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with this target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease, he puts his foot in the ground, he gets north fast.
Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Quick completion on the out. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. The Tigers are flying down the field. Give to the back. Great move. Now he's got room. He's piled up 97 yards on the ground, and just another day at the office for the national leader in rushing. And the Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. To the ground. He's got it again. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll try the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Missouri comes up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going for the goal line. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And you've got to think there's 11 guys on defense right now keying in on this running back. They've watched the tape. They've seen this guy gash defenses. He's scored a boatload of touchdowns this season. You're anticipating him getting the football here.
Touchdown, Tigers! The offense puts up 6 without the end zone.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And he puts through the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The UMass offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Single back formation, and they give it to it. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Off play action. Quickly complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Looking to throw, it's Jordan. Plucks it out of the air. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. New set of downs after the completion. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Caught in the backfield, it's Terry. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to get it through the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. First one of the day is on its way, and it's been sort of scarce around here. Only called on 1 time in that loss last week. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. They've put up a couple of field goals so far, but now looking for a way to take a drive all the way to the end zone. Caught over the middle. It's Harding. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions, and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all offseason long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
From the gun, running back on the move. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Wide receiver going in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Look out, he's got room. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. UMass just kept it on the ground to move the sticks, and they might rely on that offensive line again. From the red zone, looking for a space. It's complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Adkins. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal. The Minutemen were pinned deep in their own territory, but now they've got a little breathing room. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Minutemen! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
And this offense continues to have some success. And I'll tell you what, when it gets down to it and you need a play, they're starting to find this playmaker. You can tell the QB looks for him. That's 3 TDs now in 4 games, and I think they'll keep feeding the big fella.
Under fire. Safe completion on the screen. He's into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good, and we've got a tie game. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Unloads to the wideout. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Well, that DB did everything right on that deep shot. You saw the speed, you saw his ability to turn his hips, and how about getting his head around, locating the football, and then knocking it away? Couldn't have done that better.
This time it's complete. Breaks into the open. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Terry. Oh, there might have been trouble if they hadn't knocked him down so quickly.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Got enough for the first. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Missouri really moving on offense, set up with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down. Second down, he'll throw it. With the catch, it's Hardy. Gives him the big stiff arm. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. Missouri has it ready to go with another first down. The play action fake. Got it in the middle, it's Hardy.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. The Tigers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Finds a soft spot. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. On first and goal, Missouri will try to strike pay dirt. They'll go to the air. Here comes the heat. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Gets open down the middle. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Firing to the right, complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Absolutely perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Leaves it with the running back. At the 35, he's loose. He's stopped at the 40, but it'll be a 1st down here late in the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
Takes a hit as he fires. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Columbia. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis, and through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. They start this 3rd quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news.
There he goes. Oh, he got loose. And the big gain, they've got it on the 46. And the Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Right back to the well. They weren't going to let him loose again after that big play. This time they knock him down behind the line. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll do it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that is beautiful execution by the defense. What do I do with that option? String him along. Don't let him make a quick decision. Don't let it be obvious. Did a good job slow playing it, stretching it out. Everybody being able to run to the football, use the sideline as a defender. Nice job by the defense.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Dead center perfect. That pushes the lead to 6 at 20-14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Vanderbilt has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in Nashville. They're up by 7 over Utah State.
The give to the single back. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going.
Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here's the pressure. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Makes the grab on the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. He'll get rid of it. can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. UMass will line up to punt it away. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Mizzou has it back on the offense coming out on the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. But you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got it inside the 25. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. On the run, it's Hardy. Plows through the defense. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. He'll sneak it. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Third and one, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. It's third and goal and third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. He splits the uprights. Had to settle for the field goal. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The UMass offense returns to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They'll give it to the back. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Flips it out on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. UMass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air, it's Jordan. Makes the catch. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. This UMass offense is moving quickly down the field. Toss sweep right. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
That's caught. It's Gibson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. And the misconnection on third down. UMass will line up to punt it away. They're going to mark this one at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. Looking to throw on first down. Setting up the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. So Missouri will have to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. And the returner will be brought down. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Quick release on the RPO. Turning it on! And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Jordan. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. The Minutemen a bit behind the sticks here on 3rd and long. Wants to throw it. Under fire. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Field goal is good. That'll pull them back to within 6. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds his big tight end. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Wants to bring it back. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The UMass offense returns to the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
The Minutemen can explore that playbook on 2nd and short. Got out of trouble and throws. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. From the gun, running back gets the give. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. UMass now faces a 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. Breaks into the open. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks at first down.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. They'll try the right side. He breaks a tackle.
A lot of times when you think about speed back, speed, you think on the edge. You don't think in between the tackles. You don't think about breaking tackles. They try to break your ankles. The problem is when you're trying to run there as fast as you possibly can, a lot of times you don't get to put a good hit on him, and in turn you see he breaks tackles and make big plays.
I'll tell you, you've been running it so well. You didn't get it there throwing on 3rd and short. I might just go for it here on 4th and trust one of my running backs to get this thing done.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. UMass just kept it on the ground to move the sticks, and they might rely on that offensive line again. Power football with the run. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. On the ground, it's Griffin. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. UMass to the line facing 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Jordan. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. Just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. The lead is down to a field goal. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Arizona State somehow, some way, found a way there in Tempe and picked up a much-needed victory. It wasn't a masterpiece, but let's be honest, it wasn't a loss either. Just another week in the Big 12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Now the play fake. Easy completion on the shuffle. He's past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
The give. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Tigers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. Just going to keep it after the snap. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. So Missouri will have to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
See what they dial up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw. It's Jordan. Pocket breaking down. Got his man. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over him.
And this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up. Maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what.
Deep shot for the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Aggressive versus reckless. It's such a fine line when you're trailing and you need to make plays late in the game. The offense was reckless, turned the football over, and this one doesn't look great.
Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the 3 phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt, they sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.